does it provide you that bigger place where actually everything comes together. So everything Amaze does in this particular space, everything that's digital to you as a customer is in the Amaze cloud, and you sign up to it. So we're starting off with social awareness and the engagement piece, but then the Amaze cloud will cover so much more as the product develops. So kind of examples of functionality in the Amaze Cloud would be SEO tools, analytics, app publication. So for example, having a CMS platform that can publish out applications onto the iTunes App Store. So, I imagine having that kind of capability so you can produce an app on the fly, or equally manages your overall mobile strategies so we can support Android, for example. Even getting to a point where we can actually act as an interface to typical content management systems which are too robust to actually provide quick, agile responses. On top of there, it looks to attempt to productize our strategy. So it creates a model of things that we know works based on our experience with all our customers, and all that pool of knowledge to actually productize our strategy offering, so we can effectively enable our customers to be more agile in terms of their thinking and their approach. And it's extendable. Obviously, with the Amaze Cloud, it extends, but on top of that, you've got the concept of white labeling the product, so it doesn't necessarily need to be branded AmazeOne. If you've got a big customer out there, or if you are a big customer, you effectively can sign up and take the whole product and brand it your own portal environment, so you can then offer it your users within your organization without it being tied to the Amaze brand. So commercial model, obviously we're still working through the process, but the commercial models aim to be really straightforward, but with many options, so it can be extended as a result of it. So I'm not going to go through pricing, but there's some examples of how that commercial model will work, and how you can provide basic access per user with a hub fee for an organisation, how much that would cost if you wanted that white labelled, what different market variants are, so if you've got 23 markets around Europe, for example, what the variant would be per market, and then what the SME model would work. So this is not a science. It's been worked through based on roughly how much investment needs to go into this product, but it's a commercial model that still stands. And then that extends then as more components need added, as more social networking solutions develop in different markets. It gives you a pricing model to say this is what it would cost to create connectors into those social networking platforms, and equally other vendor platforms such as SharePoint, for example. And then there's a value-added reseller model for the channel that enables our partners and equally our competitors potentially to sell this product moving forward. So it starts off with an introductory offer that will enable you to hit year one, and we can support both marketing and development and also give relief on year one and then ongoing. So that, when I talk about year one, that's the first year of sales, the first year of subscription to get that user up, and then every year after that our partner will gain 10% margin or royalty in terms of that sale, as this is a software as a service model. And then it also both enables additional modules to be developed, so partners can develop modules that can fit into the AmazeOne platform, so they can join us in terms of this community, and equally the modules then, as Amaze rolls them out, our partners can make money from those modules as well. So that both includes Amaze and any partner companies that work with us. So in terms of market sectors opportunities, there's huge amounts of them. Obviously there's brand, PR and digital, which is a space that we generally operate in on a day-to-day basis. But then you start looking at analytics around the market and intelligence around the market, and then you can say, well, actually, how does that fit with CRM? How can we provide plugins to CRM platforms into our cloud that effectively will access all this functionality? So it means that if I've got a CRM system, don't capture the email address anymore, don't capture the postcode, it's not relevant, get the Facebook ID. We can do so much more with that. So providing a plugin for all the main CRM platforms to be able to do this. Salesforce.com are already starting to move into this model with their chatter functionality, which is very company focused at the moment, but there's a whole wealth of information we can capture on that. Some other examples, for example, fraud detection in healthcare insurance. If you've got access to that social information within Facebook, there's all kinds of possibilities that we can do with it. I know that there's all kinds of privacy concerns, but if there's public information out there, let's use it. So we can provide plug-in functionality that will hook into the cloud and be able to give information on individuals of what's going on. And then you can start looking at demographics, advertising, providing apps themselves via the market opportunities. So it's so much more. I talk about monitoring in terms of HR. There's going to be a big issue long term with particularly the digital natives are out there, the people that are out there now at age 13, 14 using Facebook, focusing, publishing, what on Facebook. How are they going to manage that in future with their careers? Is there a possibility for a service where effectively people can subscribe to actually see what they've said in the past and look to establish to tidy that reputation up, or enhance that reputation, or enhance their own brand? As this day and age, we're all contractors, so we need to basically respond to that and make sure that there's no negative press on the internet and be responsible for our own brand. And equally, organisations that are recruiting, how do we make sure that they they can do checks? We can plug it in. It's better than a CV if we've got a Facebook ID or a Twitter account, and we can see what they've been doing on a regular basis. So lots to think about. I guess this is, as I said, this is internal. This is really just to give you some background in terms of the proposition. I guess the net messaging from this is don't see this as just a social engagement platform or a publishing tool. It is much more than that. It's a complete ecosystem for the digital world. It provides a hub for digital strategy for our customers, and the reach is endless for us. As I said, the market is changing. The technologies that are out there are changing. Things are becoming much more commoditized, and therefore we need to offer something different. We need to offer something more competitive to our end users. So I hope that's useful. Any questions? You can access our blog and watch developments, which is www.amazeone.com, or equally you can talk to me. Speak to you soon.